more life, more blessings. You know the vibes, we right back at you. Episode 23, what you feeling like, MJ?
Yeah, man.
You know the vibes, man. Eric Buddy Davis, my co-host, is in the building.
For sure.
And it is episode 23. And what tonight is going to be about for the love of health. But before we get into the topic and before we get into, how we run our show, we got to do it how we always do it, my brother. So everybody listening on their audio, everybody watching us visually, you know how we start the show off. What's that temperature feeling like, my brother?
Feeling good, bro.
Yeah?
You know I'm feeling good because I forgot to say my name myself for sure. You said the code. So Cell Spitfire is in the building.
I thought we was going, I was like, I'm like a cocky tonight. I was like, you know the fuck I am. I really thought, I was like, all right, should I say it or that's how we rocking tonight?
Yeah, so that's how we rocking.
But I know you had your moment.
Yeah.
How you feeling? Oh,
I'm good.
I'm good, Brody. Feeling good, feeling great. Like I actually feel that way this time around. Not saying that I normally don't, because it's always a blessing. I always say when I pray in the morning, every day is a blessing, life is a gift. So, take advantage of it. But I feel just inspired.
Yeah.
Autism Awareness Month has been amazing, man. I had an amazing show in April that really changed my viewpoint on a lot of things with ASD. And an individual that I'm going to talk about a little later tonight is the person responsible for that.
Yeah.
So I just like to say, man, I feel informed, I feel inspired, and I just feel ready to talk to the people and hopefully inspire them with tonight's topic.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So, as I already said, tonight is For the Love of Health, episode 23. As we've been doing lately, we like to give you the book definition, and then we go into how we feel about the topic. So let's see. Health, the state of being free from illness or injury. Another definition, used to express friendly feelings towards one comparisons before drinking. And then I always find this third one that to me, dives in a little deeper, and then I'll swing it on over to my co-host. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. The enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is one of the fundamental rights of every human being without distinction of race, religion, political belief, economic, or social condition. I think that is a very thorough definition, way beyond than how we might think of it quickly. So I would love to know. So let's talk for the love of health.
For the love of health. In my eyes, health is something, of course, at 37 years old, is one of the most important factors of life. And I feel like health is something that a lot of us overlook the younger we are, and as we get older, it's something that becomes important. But everything that we deal with to this day has a health to it. Even from your computer to my phone, it's the condition of something. And I've had family members that have lost their lives to having bad health, and some that didn't, and still lost their lives through tragedy or whatever it may be. So in some people's eyes, it's crazy. Some people out there heard you could die tomorrow, so it don't matter. They'll live just off the moment. Every day of their life is lived in the moment. And then you have others that look forward to living to 60, 70, and hopefully 100 years old. So health is every day, every minute for them. And the older I get, the more and more I'm conscious of my health. And I'm excited to hear what our guest has to say about her health journey and her outlook on it too.
Gotcha. I believe health is probably top 3 most essential things to us, if not number 1. A lot of people might put faith in there. Other people might put more I don't know how to really, what the one word would be, but some type of family connection or something that's keeps you going. But for me, health, man, it's how do you do anything that's at how do you obtain any goals if you're not in good standing? How do you go outside every day if you're not feeling good, if you don't, and like you said, I know people who, we can deep dive and say, man, there's no way they really happy with living like that, but it's maybe they are. Yeah. It's hard to really know. I know for myself, I've never been a person that wanted to be in the gym like that. I played sports, I hated the gym. That was one of the calluses and all of the stuff that come with really being in there without gloves or anything else. I didn't like it. And then as I'm getting older, and obviously, as I told you, I'm gonna bring up autism all throughout April. My son is so strong, I had no choice. At certain points, to be I gotta be able to help not just myself, but the women and anybody around us in case meltdowns or anything take place. Right. So for me, being in a good physical health is so important, and on top of that, the mental health. Obviously, we know in today's time that's been hyped more than ever, and it's crazy because with what happened, I didn't say I was going to say this, but here it comes. What happened with J.Cole, what happened with a lot of other people don't even know how to take it when somebody puts their mental health first. When they put it above the everything else that I'm supposed to be doing, anything I might even say, but it's like, what about me? What about how I feel? And health is that to me, and I wrote a lot more, but I felt like, just coming from the gut with it. And that's really how I look at it, because I know both of my grandmothers died at an older age, and their health was okay, but not the best. And I feel like, when you see the older people in your family go away, and they die from certain things and certain ailments, you know what you kind of got to look out for. And my father's blood pressure's high, so it's just like certain things where you really got to take a look at your chart and know how to take care of yourself, because some people think it's hard to take care of yourself. You got to go to Whole Foods and spend a bunch of money on healthy foods, and eating healthy is not cheap. So when I think of health, it's a lot that comes with it, but that's like where I stand with it.
Yeah, and just always bringing up the entrepreneurial side of health, and not the physical. You have health and entrepreneurship,
right?
The health of your business. Like, do you have those relationships? Are those good? Like, have you burnt so many relationships with people, clients, that the health of your business isn't good anymore? So I think if we just looked at everything, like I said, that we own and we possess, look at it like we cherish our kids and their health, then the world will be a better place. I know we can say that so many times.
Sounds so right?
Yeah, but that's what it is.
It sounds too right to be true.
Yeah, I love how we use our titles and then give our own metaphors.
Absolutely, and like it's crazy because we're not even gonna get into this. We're not professionals in that stance. I don't even want to go there. But it's like the conversation of healthcare. It's like there's so many different ways to talk about health. So pretty much before we move on from this segment, I just want to say, young, old, in between, even actually when it starts with children, take care of their bodies. Especially these young athletes, we don't even think of like really taking physical care until you get to the college days, and then you want to start icing and doing all the proper things. But that should start as soon as you start putting that toll on your body. So I just want to tell everybody that's out here doing any physical activity, even if it's just walking from the garage every day, take your health serious. It's life or death.
Mental as well.
So moving forward, me and my co-host was going back and forth about what we were going to do with the sponsor highlight tonight, and we decided to go with the Do It For The Love podcast.
I love it.
So, this is episode 23. This is our Jordan moment. And we trying to be the greatest. We trying to continue.
Are we still at that point where we just not going to mention LeBron no more? Or because he gave up the number, we can't?
I try to be, this only conversation I try to be respectful to Jordan. Because I can give LeBron 6. Yeah. If I want to bring up my guy. So, but I don't want to take the number from them. So, but, it ain't even about MJ right now. It's more so about us.
Sure.
And this good brother to my right, and everything that we've been creating, our studio, and we just want to continue to keep giving you more. But we do request more. We want more from you. We want more conversation. We want more communication. We want more subscribers. We want more, because we don't want to stop. And Do It For The Love podcast is tonight's sponsor highlight, because as you see right on the table, presented by, it's us.
And in case you didn't know, we do have a dope website where you could go in and check out some of our older episodes. You can read previous underneath the description what those episodes are about. And for our viewers, the ones who are real Do It For The Lovers, they get gems about all of these different professions, because all of our guests are different. But if you have a specific profession that you want to shadow and find out more about, you can check out our website at doit4love.com and get a recap of everything.
Absolutely.
We are the sponsor highlighted tonight. I like that.
You already. So moving forward, we go into one of our favorite segments, because we do it for the love here, and we are not about the HATE word. So when we don't like things, or we don't prefer things, or it's not our first choice, we just prefer to say we love to not love. And tonight, I will let my brother over here, Mr. Love to Not Love. Yeah. Okay. Listen, man, I'm going to start calling you Justin Tucker. You already know your job, baby.
So my first love to not love of the night is people who post their comeback mission before they put in the work. We typically see the most of it hidden in the New Year's, everybody might have got that new workout equipment under the tree,
Right.
or some type of goal of doing something better that you haven't put a lot of discipline into. And then you don't even know how much pressure you put on yourself by posting it online or texting everybody about it. And then now we're gonna hold you accountable. And I see a lot of it, like where somebody gonna talk about something that's still like in the fruition. They haven't even put in the steps or paid for the money if it's
Right.
something business-wise to really get it done.
Right.
And then when you hit that stall, you don't do that same presentation to tell people how they fall through.
Same energy.
So no, don't even say nothing. Like wait until you
What's
really committed to it and you can really see that the change is in effect. If
Gotcha.
you want to be smaller, you done lost 10 pounds or any little small wins,
Gotcha.
but get a win first before you tell the world. Like
Gotcha.
I love to not love that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I respect that, because that's a bit love to not love. It's like, I understand why you're doing it, speaking into fruition and something, but do something first. Like before you tell the public.
Yeah.
So, my first love to not love tonight is something that I've done several times, so when the right people hear this, they're going to tell me I'm probably a hypocrite. I love to not love group dinners. Hey bro, it's so much work. It's like you try to get everything right. You know I love my friend groups, man. I'm trying to play.
Break it down. How they come about? Somebody just randomly set it up, or is this something you agreed to already and then now you just...
No, it's normally agreed. It's normally agreed at least 7 days prior to. Because you gotta make reservations. It's like, we're not going to Friday. You don't make that reservation on Friday.
It's couples or it's just the homies?
No, I'm talking about the homies. I'm talking about the real. If it's couples and you already know, the women left their purses home.
Okay.
And you know who's paying. It's simple. I'm talking about 8 brothers.
Okay.
Chilling at a steakhouse.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Man.
The bill comes, only 4 brothers.
Oh.
Left early.
Bro, for one, the reservation was for 7, only 5 showed up.
Okay.
So that right there is the first problem.
Okay.
And then, you know, it just goes from there on. So, pretty much, you know, I love my friend groups. I love bringing everybody together, but it's always an issue when it comes to bill time. Unless you got the one friend that want to add to his credit card payments. Because I got that friend out there, you know who you are. He like, yeah, I'll go ahead and swipe my card. But, yeah, I do not love group dinners, group lunches, even though I will say, if I did prefer one, group brunches are the best.
Yeah.
If I had to say one. But I love to not love group dinners. It's just a lot of work.
Alright, my second and last love to not love of the night is J.Cole apology, bro. You knew it was coming. You said you wasn't gonna bring it up. You already brought it up first, so I'm gonna follow up. J.Cole, I love you. I still love you to this day. I'm gonna listen to your music. Even if you delete the album, it's out there to the world. So that's the first thing. I heard J.Cole try to retract and say he may potentially take the song off Spotify and all of these streaming platforms. But once you put something out to the world, it's out there. So it's not going away.
It is.
And as a man, and I've seen this commented underneath a lot of statuses, they saying for the culture, us black men gotta learn how to have unity, and I'm with that. So part of me is, you know, 1 foot on the line, 1 foot off.
Right.
But as a hip hop head and as an artist, when you claim the throne and you throw it out there that you're the best, and even certain verses where you talk about being the best on that track, you kind of put yourself in that category, whether you want to be or not. And even if it's from one of your own brothers, it's a competitive nature, competitive sport. It takes the wind out of your sails, especially even under your own fans, hearing you do that, especially not even a weekend with the track being out there. So I think a lot of fans have been deflated from what happened, and I just feel sorry for Cole, man. But like you said in our convo off camera, The Fall Off. His next album is called The Fall Off. So I know in the verse he said that the fall off wasn't gonna happen, it was a metaphor, but it can be the true fall off. Not from his career, but just him kind of falling off the face of the map as far as rap goes.
It's a chick in his armor.
Challenging another, going into another endeavor, you know what I mean?
It's a chick in his armor for sure. I would sit and rebuttal this, but it's not about that, so I respect your opinion, and we'll move forward on that.
Yeah.
So, my second love to not love is working out with someone who just came home from jail. It is the fucking blues. I don't know if you've ever had the privy to do this. You start the week off feeling like Spider-Man, you're in that bitch feeling like the Hulk. I'm telling you, I was strong as shit, but I had back and leg and all types of problems because I had family members who obviously are accustomed to those yard workouts. And bruh, them shits is something else, man. Like, I was in there doing all types of different curls and benching and like, man. So, shout out to you strong motherfuckers that's out here, you know, doing what you gotta do to survive. But I'ma stick to my 155s on the bench and I'm gonna do my curls in the 25 to 35 range. You know, got my brother in the gym with me now. So listen, we're gonna be the most fit podcast too moving forward. Just to let y'all know if you didn't already.
I'm glad you ain't coming to, talking when I did start working out with you on some jailhouse type
Oh
shit.
hell no, hell no.
Hey, no nigga who come home with more than something to prove than a nigga from jail, man. It's
Bro,
crazy.
listen. All respect, you gotta do what you gotta do while you're there. But I always ask people like that, what is your goal in the gym? Because my goal is just to feel good. And what I'll tell you when we doing reps the other day, as soon as I feel like, oh man, I feel great, we can leave. Like, I try my best to stick with it, and sometimes I'm better than others, but respect to you, do what you gotta do.
That's funny.
So, moving forward, it is time for one of my favorite segments, and that is Shine the Light Series. And this is where we pinpoint an individual, a group, a moment, a time in our lives that we just want to like highlight so hopefully, people that feel the same way can enjoy it, or somebody that may never heard about it now knows something new. So tonight for me, I want to shine the light on Brandon Chris. He is a 36-year-old who does photography. He brings black and white photography to life, and he is an adult male living with autism. He was diagnosed at 34 years old, and I had the pleasure to have him on me and my friend Ashley Nicole's platform last night. She has an autistic son's named Tyler. My son's name is Donovan, and we both had Brandon on our show last night, and that was the first time I had a conversation with a person that had autism. Outside of talking to my son. Mm-hmm. And it was amazing, man, just to see somebody. He's level 2. He's independent, fully functioning, but I saw Donovan in him. He had shades on because he had sensory issues with lights. He had a little fidget on his hand that he kept moving just to make him feel comfortable. And we presented a platform for him to talk. So I just wanted to shine a light on that brother. His Instagram is autistically_B. Go check out his photography. I believe he does sell it. I'm not 100% sure, but just go look at his work, go look at what he's done, and hopefully it inspires people, because like I said, Autism Awareness Month, hopefully it inspires someone who feels like they've reached their ceiling. And even if you don't have a disability, just know it's always more. Don't let anything that you feel like is a burden stop you from being great. Brandon was an inspiration to me, and I'm raising somebody with autism, and I learned from somebody with that diagnosis. So, shining the spotlight on everybody in the community, but especially Brandon. For sure. So, I think it's time, my guy. I think it's time. It's episode 23. Jordan LeBron here for the love of health. Eric Buddy Davis and No Name Codes, because he feels that way tonight. He's a bad. Right back at you.
And we are back. Do It For The Love, episode number 23. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next guest, a true advocate for women's health and wellness. As the founder and CEO of IMPACKT Fitness, she's on a mission to empower women to prioritize their well-being. With certifications in personal training, nutrition coaching, and flexibility, she's here to share her insights and her expertise. Let's give a warm welcome for Tyneka Pack.
Hey!
Welcome on the show. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you for the invite.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Because we know you could be training somebody to death right now. You're always on social media showing your clients and your cool content that you've been putting out.
Listen, the content, I try to make the content. Like, the content be content.
You gotta be content.
Yes,
I like it.
exactly.
Especially as a trainer nowadays, that's like the one way to really get exposure and for your clients, I guess, to feel connected to you and know what the process is like while you're still giving us fun stuff to look at.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, I'm not sure if you've ever watched our show before, but with every guest, we like to pretty much kick it off with like the who, why, when, what, where. Give the people a little background on who you are, more so than, my co-host is a great intro. So, who, and however you would like to describe it quickly, who is Tyneka Pack?
That is a good question.
Okay.
I would say Tyneka Pack is a very ambitious young woman who has a very creative mind in a way to help other people reach their goals.
Okay. All right. I like it.
We're gonna go with that.
Gotcha.
We're gonna go with that.
Very, very straight to the
Yeah.
point.
I know I spoke earlier in my Love to Not Love about people setting missions and not going about them. So how did you even get into the fitness industry? Trying to, go back before we even get into being a trainer. Like, what inspired you to even getting into working out? Was it losing weight for yourself? Were you always into fitness? Like, where did this journey start?
The funny thing is, I was never really in fitness, and I say that, but I was also in like sports.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
A little bit. Just a tiny bit.
Toned
Okay.
or?
No, I was super skinny.
Okay.
So that's where I get my nickname. My nickname is Tiny.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I was always tiny.
All right.
Right? So how did I start? Well, it was like back in 2013, me and my mom started going to the gym as far as having something to do together. And then it was just me going.
Shout out Mom.
Yeah, hi, Mama.
Two different journeys? Like, was hers gaining weight?
No,
losing
I
weight?
think hers was losing. Mine was, I don't know, it was just a hobby. Trying to find something else.
Right. Gotcha.
And then I saw this lady at the gym, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you have this story is going somewhere. It's going somewhere. I was like, your leggings, yes. I'm like, your leggings are so cute. And she's like, oh, thank you. You should come downstairs and work out with us, because I would always work in the ladies' goals section. Like I wouldn't venture out anywhere else because I didn't know anything else.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, all right. She's invited me to come downstairs to work out with everybody. So I did. And in that process, she introduced me to a group of other young ladies who worked out together. They had a coach who like worked with them, and they just kind of welcomed me with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm training with them, and I find out that each and every one of them competed in bodybuilding competitions.
Got you.
And I'm like, oh, this is what y'all doing. I'm just here for the support. So. So I'm working out with them, and I go to a few of their shows for support. But there was this one show that I went to. My friend Deer was competing, but this lady on stage, Katrina Roundtree. Hey, Katrina, she's my friend today. She was on stage, and I'm like, oh my God. You know, like the lady with the wig. I was like, oh my God. She looks amazing. Like, I want to look like that.
Right.
So I trained for my first show. From the end of end of 2013, beginning of 2014,
Okay.
and I competed in August of 2015. Okay. So, stepping on stage, 2015, I competed in 10 different shows between 2015 and 2017. Throughout that process, I've had a lot of people ask, oh, do you train other people? And I'm just like, no, I don't, because I need to coach myself. So I'm like, no, that's not my lane. I'm just for the stage. But then Jaleesa, your other guest, my good girlfriend, she had came to me and asked me to help her reach a fitness goal that she needed to get to for something she was getting done. And I'm like, you understand I need a coach, and you want me to coach you? And she's like, Tyneka, you got it. So she was like my first undercover client that I took on. So we trained, she met her goal. I actually enjoyed the process, and she was literally the first person to kind of like give me the opportunity, give me the confidence that I needed, I guess, to really start IMPACKT Fitness, just because I enjoyed seeing her transformation, just like I enjoyed seeing my transformation through competing. Because before competing, I was very, very shy. Like, I would have never did this, ever.
Well, we're happy that you got there.
Yeah. So fitness has done a lot for me, not even just physically, but whole life aspect. And I wanted to do that for other women. So that's when I decided to start IMPACKT Fitness at the end of 2017 after my last show.
Gotcha.
I love it.
Thank you. So before I even answer the next question, I just heard you say how Jaleesa said your name. Is it Tyneka or Tyneka?
It is Tyneka.
Okay, I just want to make sure I was saying it right.
Yeah, but she's literally the only one that I allowed Tyneka.
You got it.
That's funny, because, I swear I was sitting here like, damn, I done messed somebody.
Yeah, I mean, too. I'm like, oh, man.
But
I've done it.
Yeah, it's okay.
I've messed up several days on the show. Y'all have seen it already. But you know, it happens.
It happens, but
a lot of the times, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So, my next question, I'm going to jump into one of my what's. So, what would you say has been the biggest challenge as a coach? Like when you finally believe that, like, I'm actually good at this and I can actually, like, I'm actually helping people. What was, like, if you can remember the first, something small, something big, like what was one of the challenges?
I would assume it would be keeping the client focused.
I can see that.
That's a forever challenge.
Right? You can speak to something that you know is more constant, or you can, dive for something deeper.
I do think that is always going to be a constant challenge, but it's only a challenge if the client that's coming to you isn't truly ready. If they're ready, like once the decision is made, the doing is effortless. So once they decide that this is what they want to do, their mindset has to be there. So it is only challenging for those who are really not here with it.
Got it.
Right, so that's a continuous thing, but we kind of weed those out as we go. But in the beginning, let me see, the most challenging.
Are we having something we call spin the block? So if you want to like come back to that thought and to that moment, we can ask another question.
Yeah,
let's give it some time.
Let's spin the block on that.
All right, bet.
Okay.
My question is for a woman in health and fitness, what are some of your challenges being compared to other men trainers, or being compared, or a client making that decision between you and somebody else? Like what's some of the advantages of being a woman trainer in fitness?
I find that most women are more comfortable training with other women. I don't know if it's because of past experiences or just because of preference. I think they want to be trained by somebody who has been there, done that, but also can relate.
Gotcha.
Like women, we go through certain things once a month. So like those things play a part in our fitness journey. So I think from a female's perspective, we want somebody to truly understand what all that means and how to navigate that time, but still, get to the goal. So I think they want somebody that they can relate to more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'll ask, I'll go with my why question. So why the name Impact Fitness? I can tell from the name that it sounds like a play on your name.
Yes.
But is it something more bigger than that, and why you incorporated that into the name of your brand?
Because I want to be able to have an impact on somebody's fitness journey. Not even just the fitness journey, but their lifestyle. Okay. So the things that they do with me, that they learn with me, are things that they're able to do for the rest of their life and pass on to their kids and teach their kids. So generational health. So making an impact on the generational health of my clients.
Yeah, I could probably assume that it would be something like that, but I wanted to hear from you because I honestly like when people take words that we know and just add that little twist to it. Exactly. So I see how you spell it and I see how it looks. So I like that.
Yes.
We here.
When it comes to promoting workplace wellness through DEI efforts, what strategies do you implement to ensure inclusivity and accessibility?
Good question. Oh my gosh, she's doing this research. She's right.
That was very, very well said.
Damn rappers, I had to be bombed.
My fault. We got a woman now. I was trying to highlight women. That's all. My fault. You're right. But no, that's a great question.
Yeah. So,
because I'm pretty sure, before you get into it, because the good thing even about me seeing that in my research, DEI is such a thing that the mayor from Baltimore just got called a DEI mayor. And I hate when they make comments like that because it's they're trying to discredit the fact of what DEI is.
Like you got it because it's a token or something.
It's a part of uniting, but explain where you even, how you even discovered that part of fitness being a part of that. And back to my first part.
I think with the whole idea of DEI is basically, yes, we are a diverse community, but how can we make sure everyone feels seen, everyone feels heard, everyone feels included? And of course, it helps with the workplace culture. You don't want anybody to feel left out for whatever the reason is.
Absolutely. So
with the fitness, group activities, whether it's group fitness activities, group challenges, team challenges, whether it's the most steps or the water challenge. So things that's going to build that camaraderie within the team. Whether it's on a nutritional standpoint, highlighting, let's say March was National Nutrition Month. So maybe if a company decides to highlight different popular dishes from different cultures and highlighting that and doing some kind of workshop in that aspect.
Gotcha.
Accessible, we have an app. So whether the whether the employees are actually working on site or if they're working remotely, like we have a way to make sure everyone is included in whatever their efforts are.
My co-host was a part of a step contest at his job.
Well, how'd you do?
He kicked his ass. Go ahead, tell him. Go ahead, tell him. When they kicked his ass.
He is on his bad behavior tonight.
He thought they was putting their Fitbits on their dogs to beat them. That's
Oh
how
my!
I don't know. I don't know what the amazing women on the 6th floor at the University of Maryland do after we get off work. But all I can say is that a lot of nights I went to sleep at 8, 9 o'clock, up by like 1,000 steps, and I woke up down 10,000 steps.
That's terrible.
But I finished top 5, I think, top 6. You know, but I will say this: he wanted to make it. I'm on my J.Cole stuff. Oh, it's not about the competition. We got closer, and like she said, it brought us together as a 6'4" unit. So it's the truth, though. We just said it. It's the truth. Sometimes something can be the truth, and it's not. It might not be the most favorable option to the majority audience, but it still doesn't mean that I didn't sleep good last night. So all I'm saying is they beat me, and it brought us together. 2 things can be true.
And to my first question, that's why they don't want DEI in the workplace, because it's working. It actually works.
No, it's a great thing, and I would say, like, I thought you was gonna actually point out a highlight that I got a certificate from Northwestern University
My bad.
for DEI, but he gonna point out the fact that I got my butt kicked in a step competition. That's all good. Next time we go to the gym, I'm like, I don't even know him. Check this out, dude.
He said that's on the back of that page.
Yeah.
He said we didn't get to that part
This
yet.
guy here, man. So I'll move on to the next question. So, when did you decide to expand your company into, like, beyond the workplaces? You do supply drives, fitness boot camps, volunteering. When did you decide that I got to take this outside the gym? There's so much more to be done.
So I actually started doing things outside of the gym in the very beginning.
Okay.
So one of my core values is community.
Got it.
So I wanted to have a space where all my clients were able to, you know, have a support system within the gym, but also how can we connect and have fun outside of the gym.
Got it.
So we've done stuff like bowling. Yes, we've done volunteer things. I used to do monthly boot camps. One of them happened to be a back to school drive. So just finding different ways that we can connect outside of the gym, so we're able to build long-standing relationships even far after.
Got it. So almost like the same purpose of like with DEI, the DEI work is, but that's what I try to always tell people. It's like people change the name to something or make something an initiative, and then it's like your eyes open up. But that's always been the point. That's always been the goal and the purpose. From the moment we go to school and we leave our parents' houses and we go to be around different kids and people. So it's like, that's one thing I love, that like, it's crazy that you don't really experience certain things that you're around other cultures. And like working at the dental school, that's the first time I've experienced Friendsgiving. And just seeing a whole bunch of different people bringing different dishes, like you said, from their culture and what they're doing. And everybody eats together. And it's before Thanksgiving, so you still get to have it with your family, but you get to experience so many other people's cultures. So it's dope that you do that for anybody in the fitness community and beyond it.
Yeah.
For sure.
And just tapping in a little bit more with the topic of for the love of health. I know when it comes to whatever your goal is when it pertains to working out, whether it's gaining weight, losing weight, we haven't talked much about nutrition. What role does nutrition play in fitness, or just for a person getting to their goals, or just staying healthy in general?
Nutrition is everything. When I say everything, like everything. One of my trainer friends actually prepped one of his clients for a show solely on nutrition. Like for whatever reason, I don't know if she could work out or whatever, but.
And before you finish, you just tell people who may not know, what is nutrition? It's the basic definition.
Nutrition is a process of how your body processes food. So basically the food that you eat is nutrition.
Gotcha.
Yep. But it is a fact that you cannot outwork a bad diet. As cliche as it sounds, but no, that is true. Like nutrition is basically like a solid 80% of your fitness journey. The other 20% is, you know, your exercise, your movement, and things like that. But none of that matters if the nutrition isn't on point.
So that means, like, as a trainer, you smacking my hands if I'm eating or ordering fast food before I show up for a workout or after. Like, is that bad? Or it just depends on what it is?
Right, she always like, your contract. Like, I'm done. You're not even working with you.
I'm just wondering, because I'm trying to think of what.
But that's a good question for the people. That's why I say define what nutrition is, because I want people to actually learn from what she's saying. And I know sometimes because we know what these words mean, they may not know. So, yeah, I didn't want to cut you off and stop your story because you were telling me something.
No, burpees are going to be on deck for you. That's it. Burpees on deck.
Yeah, give me some ideas.
On deck,
give me some ideas.
But fast food definitely is not the best before or even after working out. Whole foods in general. Whole foods, not processed food, is going to be the best bet.
I'm just talking about whole foods, not whole foods.
Right, like fruits, veggies.
Yeah. I'm talking about.
But you can get the
smoothies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. But yeah, don't do fast food.
Would you say, like, once you do start a workout journey, having a personal blender is a good weapon to have in the house to help you?
So, blender?
Yeah, blender.
Mm-hmm.
They got so many versions now, the quick ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be handy for those who are not used to eating a lot. So like I have clients that come to me and they're only eating once or twice a day. And they're like, yeah, I don't eat anything else because I'm full. Well, you're gonna need to eat a little bit more. So like supplementing with like smoothies and things like that will actually help get them, some more food intake. So yeah, definitely having that for a quick meal, quick breakfast, quick in-between snack is gonna be key.
Thank you. So, how many more questions you got? A few?
Go on.
Unlimited man over there. So I'm gonna ask one, maybe two more.
Okay.
So I read in your bio about your purpose and why you focus on wellness and why you feel like women need it so much. That's like pretty much what you locked in on.
Yeah.
What was the time you felt overwhelmed and knew you needed more balance in your life?
Oh, child. 2019.
Talk to us.
2019. Okay, so I have a background in employee benefits. So I've been doing like insurance for companies for 15 years.
Got it.
So my first year and a half, 2 years, like I was really like balancing both. So I would train in the morning, do the insurance in the afternoon, evening go back to the gym to train my clients. And I would train somewhere in there.
Right.
I would train somewhere in there. But it got to the point where my clients literally had to force me to take time off.
Yeah, you can get like that.
They were like, you need to take some off. Don't show up on Monday. Like, they had to make me because they could see that I wasn't giving 100%. Like, they could see that I was drained. They know, like, as soon as I left the gym, like, they could see it and they could feel it. And they knew, like, I was starting not to give my best to them because my cup was empty.
And they care for you, obviously.
Yeah. So again, that's part of, yes, I'm their coach in the gym, but like, those are my friends too. That's the reason for the community things and da-da-da-da. But yeah, so from that point, like, one of mine was just like, yeah, you're not working holidays, you're not, any federal holidays, like, you're not working, you're not doing this, and da-da-da-da. She's like, you need to have boundaries. So I'm like, okay, girl. So,
I feel you.
So yeah, 2019 was a burnout year because I think at that point I had about 20 in-person clients that I was doing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we spoke a lot about your physical fitness. We spoke about nutrition. What is your mental health like? How do you? I know a lot of people use being in the gym as a way to, get some pressure off. But as being a trainer, like you said, being overwhelmed with a lot. How do you support your mental health?
So yes, training for sure. At least for me, has always been my kind of bring it on down.
Get your zen on.
Yeah. So that's one of the main reasons I don't work out with anybody because that's like my me time.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't work out with people.
She wanted to tell you twice.
Yeah,
I
no.
always wondered, like, if trainers at a certain point when you start training, if you only like do your workouts when you're working out others, or do you actually get time to do it yourself?
Yeah, I make sure that I have time to do it. You know, I have worked out with a few people here and there.
Somebody from jail?
Child, no, I hope not. I hope not.
I can see them trying to outwork.
Prepare yourself. All I'm telling you is that.
Lord.
You've been out here for 15 years, I've been here for 15 years.
Prepare yourself. That's all I'm telling you. I told you earlier.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so outside of that, like therapy, like I have a therapist.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I always wondered, you know, for other trainers or people, was fitness the only way for you to keep a good mental health?
Right.
But you got certain people on steroids, which, as we saw, have completely took wrestlers out of the game, because that, I'm assuming that the off balance to steroids attacking your brain and messing up your emotions will be a connection to your mental health, right?
Yeah.
I'm a big wrestling fan. I used to love how big they was, and just pause until I saw and heard what it did to their brain. Like, and some of my favorite wrestlers, like from the way they treated their families to the killings, like it's just crazy.
Yeah, that happened in the bodybuilding community too. We've lost a lot of people from that too. Yeah.
So you want to ask the last question? And now who, when, where, why?
Sure. Where do you see the future of women's health and wellness heading, and how do you envision Impact Fitness contributing to that future?
Oh man, that's so good. I envision that more women are actually going to start taking their health more seriously. Like, I am seeing more women in the gym. I'm seeing more women working out online. Like, I'm loving it. Whether or not, like, half the battle is showing up. Half the battle is literally showing up. So I see that women are really going to start to take more initiative and take charge of, like, their health destiny. As far as Impact Fitness, I see us growing and expanding to have a team of trainers. So even on the wellness side for the workplace, I have a yoga instructor in place for that. I have a mental health therapist in place for that. I have a registered dietitian in place for that. And you know, they just happen to be all Black women, so that's amazing. But a team of people who are actually able to go out and teach these things. So not even just me, but whether it's to companies or even individuals. So,
Great answer.
and it'll be nice to have an all women led team.
And before we move on to our next part, do you work with nonprofits, or have you worked and done workshops with different communities?
I actually have. I've worked with 3 nonprofits so far. And one coming up for doing like their leadership development training. So those are always good.
Nice.
Well, we appreciate you answering those questions very thoroughly.
Of course.
It gives the people a nice background on who you are. And we'll have other opportunities where if you want to have a more, singular message and direct it to the people, we can get to that.
Okay.
So here goes the front part. You said you wasn't ready for it. It's time to get ready.
Man.
You get ready, you ain't gotta stay ready.
Let me get my
Gotta drink some water?
Let me get my water.
Get it together. Somebody made fun of me earlier when I was drinking some water. Some people in the building with me right now, they made fun of me when I was doing some things, It's hard around here, balls.
See, it's so man, what's wrong with it?
All right, so moving forward, this is one of the funner part of our shows. Even though we think our whole show is fun, this is rapid fire questions. And this is where we have a moment to just get into your personality a little bit.
Light-hearted question.
Yeah, it's light. Okay. It's nothing too serious. And you get a chance to just be quick on your feet. And would you like to kick it off, my brother?
For sure. So the first question tonight of our rapid fire segment is, what's your favorite workout song to get pumped up to? That your clients probably say, I'm getting tired of playing this shit, but it gets you where you need to be during a workout.
For me, actually, today, because today was Monday. So for me to get in that zone to at least start is anything Young Dolph, to be honest.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in the gym with high intensity.
So some days. Some days.
Last
You'll be surprised
day you need
it.
it.
I I hope you supplemented that void with Key Glock, because Key Glock got, you know, he's been a good follow-up to Dolph with the energy. And
Yeah, I have
tempo
them
of the
on like
song.
an essentials
Okay.
playlist. Yeah,
Okay.
he's on there too.
So my first question is going to be: name your greatest love outside of fitness.
Food.
Hey,
Food.
I'm pretty sure somebody
Like a true Taurus, okay?
we just heard you talk about nutrition. So tell us
boom.
That was the
what is your guilty pleasure food?
cookies.
Chocolate chip?
Cookies. Just
Period.
cookies. Period.
I got you.
Oh my gosh.
Huh? Okay. Shout out to Burger.
Who? That wasn't a, that was just a follow-up. I had to ask you something.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Who is your celebrity fitness inspiration, and what aspect of their routine do you admire the most?
Celebrity inspiration?
Well, I guess it ain't gotta be celebrity, but famous.
Oh man. Wow. That is a good question, and this is supposed to be rapid fire, and this is like a slow burn
still gotta
because.
spin the block. We could come back.
All right, let's spin the block on that because there's a few. Okay. All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna stick it with the music line with you.
Mm-hmm.
If you threw a fitness fest and you could have 3 artists perform, who would they be?
I like that.
It's a fitness fest. You got a whole bunch of people from your gym, other gyms. You can connect with other people, collab. And this is your festival. You get 3 people. I don't care what genre you pick, and you can't say Young Dolph. Even if it could be dead or alive too.
Oh,
You can't say Young Dolph.
gosh.
You already said you would have Dolph in the vibe somewhere.
So here's the thing. I don't know how to answer that.
Alright.
I don't know how to answer that because honestly, I don't really listen to hip hop outside of the gym. I'm more of an R&B.
And this can be a 3-person R&B festival.
Oh
Why not?
gosh, now that's tough.
It's your vibe.
Ooh, that is tough. So
That's
this
right.
is gonna be like a okay. So this fitness festival is like yoga, stretch, and flex.
All that.
Perfect. All right. Ooh, we got Alina Baraz.
Okay, I gotta go Google her.
You do.
I
I
never heard
know
of
you
her.
do. We have. This is too.
Skinny-
Lucky Day.
Skinny Three? Lucky Day?
Fine.
Dang.
Okay, Lucky Day. One more.
This is so tough.
I'm coming, by the way. To the festival.
We're gonna say her.
Gotcha.
There we go. We're gonna say her.
So, girl, you got it out. That's the
Okay.
whole purpose of
Yeah,
Rapid
yeah,
Fire. It's
yeah,
still
yeah,
supposed to be
yeah,
tough a little bit, but, you know, they ain't gonna hurt you.
Even
Yeah.
though R&B music ain't typically what you hear, like if you're watching a movie and you see working out or anything intense, but I think R&B can still bring that out of you though. It has a driving force to get you energized.
Yeah.
I worked out the songs about Jane the other day. That's Maroon 5's first time, if y'all don't know,
That's
by the way.
funny.
I work out to anything that I'm feeling that day, whatever my vibe is. But if I want to go to the gym, I'm gonna work out.
Yeah. I actually listen to R&B a lot while working out.
It can be relaxing too. It's like you're trying to find a zone, and like you said, you work out alone.
And slow down your tempo.
I like it.
Yeah.
What is your favorite outdoor spot to work out and why?
Favorite outdoor spot. I like to hike. So I guess that's kind of a workout.
For sure.
Outside of that, the track is fun.
Okay.
The track is fun.
So
Yeah.
like
Like a high school
running,
track?
got it. Running miles.
Same, the Road Fitness.
Listen, yeah, that was something that we did in Annapolis. Me and my good friends, we had a thing called Road Fitness that we did during COVID. And it's pretty much just like went outside, obviously people trying to keep social distance. So we had a bunch of weights we bought from Marshalls, other spots. And we
Yes.
set up a bunch of stations.
Yep.
And we would incorporate a lap on each one. So you run a lap and then you go hit 5 or 6 stations.
I love
Run a
that.
hill, do the ropes, go do something else, dumbbells, jump rope, and then you go run another lap. And we would be out there for maybe about an hour and 30 minutes. And then it got to the point where people started coming out there selling their wellness shots, ginger shots, all of that turmeric shots, and all of those different type of drinks. So it was actually a great thing. It's something that I hope we can get back going. I know life picks up and everybody gets caught up in their own world, but it was really, really dope.
I was going crazy.
I would love to have you somewhere out there.
I was doing a lot of
Yeah.
painting at the time, so I didn't get a chance to join Buddy them, but I like how with them, they just picked one day of the week, a set time, and people just knew to show up. If you was gonna be there, and then y'all posted at the end of every workout day how many people showed up, and then it ain't do nothing but grow. So
Yeah.
sound like could be worth bringing back?
I think it is, man, because like she said, and like we said, this is episode 23 for the love of health, so we know how important it is, and we inspire people to get out there, especially people that normally wouldn't go to a gym or don't own a membership. So it provided an opportunity for people who typically may make an excuse because to them getting to the gym is home.
And somebody like her who already established, even if y'all do a one-time partnership or just something just to do it, you still benefit too, because you're going to get a lot of people who are like, man, I want to do this every day or every other day. How can I? And now that brings you business. So it might be worth it to bring it back out.
And it's getting nicer outside.
Rapid fire back on me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it. So, Sal kind of asked this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway, and if you feel like it's different from what he asked, then you can answer it.
Okay.
Name one woman or male that is a fitness muse for you. And this could be somebody you see in a sports suit magazine. It's somebody that could just be an artist. This could be somebody that you know personally at a gym that you want to give a shout out to be like, yo, they inspire me to get better in the gym. Anyone, male or female. I was going to say celebrity, but he said celebrity, so I'll strip celebrity from mine. Because I could have said something like, who you like better, The Rock? Or like, what's your body type? Like, what do you like? But I try to make it a little bit more, open for you.
Can I pick two?
Please.
I'm gonna say Jenna De Leon. She was a bikini competitor. She's.
I know who she is.
Yeah. And this girl from Philly that I follow, Drell Gen Fit.
Shout her out.
Yes, Drell. She's just amazing. Like when she focuses, and just the versatility in like her fitness routine and her workout, like she switches it up. So whether it's from stretching and yoga to outside workouts at the track, or whether it's lifting, like she's all about health and wellness in any and every capacity.
I like it.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Do it sound like you do it for the love. So
she does it for the love.
if you ever in Baltimore, you want to come out at the guys, you just got the alley hoop is there. Yes. Here. Let's slam dunk.
Yes.
Well, that was good, right?
Yeah, it was good.
You had to build the perfect body of your perfect soulmate, I guess, mixing together celebrities and
child.
what would that look like for you? So
Really?
What does your builder man look like? It might be one person that just got that perfect build for you, like. Because I always wonder, do women in fitness, y'all like your man have to be fit, or like, Because I figure y'all look at any man that's not fit like, well, that nigga ain't disciplined. I can't fuck with him.
That's a good question.
I can't say that. So, ideally, it would be nice to have a similar kind of physique, because that also shows me that he's consistent, he's disciplined, like all these other things.
Right.
However, there are some fit people who are not fit and healthy inside.
Got it.
So, as we get older,
Talk about it.
those physical things, yeah, they're important, but not as important as here. So there's really no perfect physique, but the physique plus what's going on in here is what's
Very heartfelt.
I know.
That was very heartfelt. I want to ask I was going to finish how many more rapid fires you got? All right, you don't even have to answer this one, but I was going to ask this, but that was so sweet, I know what your answer would be now. I was going to ask you, would you date someone that's overweight, or is that a non-negotiable?
It would not be a eliminator.
I got it. I like you.
It's things change as we get older, priorities change, so, we can't be vain and shallow.
Oh, my heart. We'll 23, man. Sal, you can take us home, my brother.
Last question of the night. When it comes to workouts and you being a trainer, what is the most unusual workout trend or thing you've just seen somebody trying to do in the gym, and as a trainer you like, WTF, what the fuck?
You be doing the most on the ground.
Yeah, like I just seen a couple videos with a person act like they're in the gym just watching, and they show a whole bunch of clips of people just doing weird stuff. What's that weird thing for you?
There's a lot, actually, that I have seen in my day. And, like, as a trainer, I kind of want to say, what's the purpose? I have seen, oh, my gosh. So I know you've seen the video where there's this platform here, and you have to put your feet in here, and you kind of, like, do, like, seen somebody attempt to do that, locked in wrong and like fell off. Half reps with cable machines. Just using the equipment like incorrectly. It's just a list.
I see it too. I ain't even that good at it.
I know the wildest one. I don't know what the machines are called, but it's one where like lift the person in the air and you gotta kind of push yourself back down and you like automatically lift you up.
Yeah.
People always use that one.
Yeah.
Some gyms got some stuff.
On your knees.
Some gyms got some stuff. I think like the gym said some people, like, why is that machine in here, man? Go ahead and take it somewhere else.
That's serious.
So actually, I will finish rapid fire with one more question.
Mm-hmm.
What is something about you that most people don't know that you love?
Fashion design.
Ooh.
I was actually, well, some people know this because they went to school with me, but outside of that, do it for the love audience does not. I was very big in fashion design from late middle school through high school. Got accepted to Philadelphia University for fashion design, made my own prom dress, all that stuff. So very big into fashion design. Was my first love, actually.
That's dope. You have a lot of creativity about you, so that's really dope that you have so many other things you love. I add on to that question. Do you feel like it's something is it gone forever, or is that something?
No, it's not. It's still there.
All right.
It's still
We're gonna
there.
be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
All right. Don't let that love die.
I won't.
Okay.
I gotta let out, man.
How?
One last rapid fire.
Oh, go for it.
One unhealthy thing that you will admit to doing.
One unhealthy thing.
Okay.
I mean, one unhealthy thing.
Eat 100 cookies in a night?
No, I'm not that bad anymore.
Anymore.
One bad habit that I still have. Wow.
Just bad, something that's unhealthy.
That is unhealthy.
You might drive with your seatbelt off.
No, I definitely don't do that. I definitely don't do that.
You might drive with your seatbelt.
Luckily, most cars nowadays warn us.
They
don't
will
even allow
warn you.
That's gonna kill you to death with that sound before you even get anywhere.
Let me see. One, I'm gonna give you two. So one is thinking that I can survive off of 5 hours of sleep. So there are days where I do not get. That's a whole other conversation.
I can relate.
Oh my gosh, that's a whole other conversation.
I think all of us could 555 on that one.
Yeah. Thinking I could survive on, so like today, only 4 and a half.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
And then lately, the last couple of weeks have, just been overindulging in cookies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the conclusion of rapid fire.
I survived.
You survived. You did a lot better than what you thought you would do. Banky bounce on the nose. So, moving forward, now we are at the segment that we've already spoke about 2 times. So I'm gonna give you an option here. This is Spin the Block segment for all of our viewers and all of our listeners. This is where we give our guests a chance to go back into the start of the show, something that we might have talked about before we got on here, our thoughts on health, or anything you said, the who, what, when, where, why. I can tell you that the 2 questions that you did not answer for me was, what's the biggest challenge being a fitness coach? And the second one was you the second question?
Yeah, who is your celebrity fitness inspiration and what aspect of their routine do you like the most?
So if you want to answer both of them, to not put the pressure on you, you can answer one of them, or you can spin the block on something that we may not have dived in deep enough within your catalog or bio or something you want the people to know.
Oh my gosh. All right,
So
what was your
So my question was, pretty much, what was the biggest challenge being a fitness coach? And it doesn't even have to be the biggest. What was the challenge that you just consistently see when you get clients?
And how do you make it through those challenges?
That's right. Clients that don't follow their plan. Clients, I've had fired a client. I've fired clients.
Fire clients.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
I hate you. It's your business.
Yeah. Because if you're coming in and saying that you want this, but then I give you a plan and you don't follow it, and it's just like, why are you here?
You don't even want the money.
I don't, because I want results so that I can get more clients.
Yeah,
so you're basically like taking the spot of somebody who actually really wants it.
Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
So that was my
clients that don't follow their plan.
good spin the block. You answer my question.
What's your stipulations? Like, what's the threshold of how many chances somebody get to cancel on you?
3
like,
3 shots.
Cancel?
Whatever. Like, what's the quickest way to get cut off Impact Fitness Group?
No shows, consistent no shows, consistent no check-ins.
She ain't playing with
Yeah.
y'all, by the way. I'm just letting you
No.
know. Lock in, because she ain't playing with you.
No,
Don't
because
pull her time.
you're coming to a trainer for accountability.
Yeah.
And when we try to keep you accountable, you ain't trying to account. So, make it make sense.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cell had his
I
question.
had one spin the block question because I didn't get to it initially.
Mm-hmm.
Who are some of the notable success stories or transformations you've witnessed through Impact Fitness, and what lessons can be learned from them?
You want to shout out some of your people?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna shout out one of my actually online clients. I worked with her, I think it was a year.
Via Zoom? How does that work?
So it's through my app, so like I would like record,
You said that earlier, actually. We didn't
Yeah.
ask no
The
question.
app-
Mention
the
it.
app-
That's good. Just spin the block. How that
Yeah.
work? How that work?
So the app is basically I'm recording all the exercises and putting the workouts for my clients in the app. So they literally just go to that day's task. They see the exercises that I've recorded. They press start. They work out whether it's at home, at the gym, or wherever that they are. And they log in whatever weights and stuff that they use, and they hit check out. And that's basically how I keep them accountable, making sure they did their workouts and things like that.
That's
Do
awesome.
they have to do video back?
In the beginning, I usually have them, like if they don't come in for like an in-person like assessment, I will have them record and send me a video back just so I can see their form. Once I know their form is good, then they don't really have to until their program changes and if there's another exercise I need to see.
Got it.
But she was at like her breaking point. She full-time in the military, a mom of 2, in grad school.
Hustle.
Like
Work.
all of the things,
Right, great.
all of the things, and she realized like she was not putting herself first, like literally at all, like at all. So worked with her, got the waist snatched and everything, but the most important thing is like how now that is like top priority in her day.
That's awesome.
Like she told me that she feels off if she doesn't get to work out or if she doesn't get to move throughout a daily basis.
It's a part of her now.
Yeah, it's literally part of her lifestyle. So yes, the scale and the clothes fitting different is, a win. However, it's that mindset, is that consistency, is that discipline that she was still able to do, forever.
Awesome.
And will be able to do forever.
And
Yeah.
that was yours, you good? Okay. So that was great. You spent the block, and I think you might be the first person to come back and answer both they spin the blocks.
Spin the block
Seriously, spin the block twice. I'm ready. I like it.
That's a healthy guess right there.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll let Cell go into our next segment, which is called Hidden Gems.
So for hidden gems, we typically like for you to share a story to our viewers where it was that light bulb moment for you where you might have just been pretty much running in circles with your business, staying afloat, but that when you found out that one hidden thing to it, it was like clockwork. What was that hidden gem for you in your career? Was it Jalisa?
It was Jalisa. Like, it was Jalisa.
Yeah.
And I want to say because of her, and then her referral turned into another referral, and it turned into other referrals. Like, I really didn't, and I say this, but I truly mean, like, I really didn't have to market probably for the first almost 2 years.
Oh, that's a
good
Almost 2 years, just because of her starting it, and then the word of mouth, and then those people referring, and then those people referring.
And obviously the product was good because people was coming back.
Yeah.
And to our young entrepreneurs watching, that's the testament to, you don't always have to get your business from social media. It's a lot of people, especially traditionally before social media was even invented, who got business through word of mouth or just from recommendations. So you can be that way. If you got a good service and it's working well, you don't have to be permanent on social media. Some people doing well in their business but be mad at themselves because their social media page ain't doing well.
Right.
You don't need it. It's just there to be an asset if you don't have anything else.
And people want it because it's like an extra piece of your bragging rights. It's like if you can say this many people are invested in me and follow me, it feels better to the people. So, right, I'm gonna listen to the people.
Yeah.
So the next segment we have is like your zoom in moment. You don't have to look to your left. You don't have to look to your right. We want to talk. We want you to pretty much. This is your version of be Jaleesa to somebody else. This is your moment to get somebody to get off the couch, get in the gym, or get off the couch and go help somebody with your talent and what your gift is, how you do with your business. This is your moment to talk to that person that never thought they would be on a podcast talking to people. Like you say you once were.
Yeah.
And Cell, I'll let Cell add his little twist to this because he always gives a different approach to inspiration.
My perspective of the inspirational moment is you looking in the mirror talking to your younger self, or if you on stage, it's that younger girl in the crowd that's looking at you, she see a little bit of herself in you. What's that message that you want to give that person?
Is this like my crying section?
Yeah.
Like y'all got tissues or something?
I ain't got tissue next to me, but you can use this shirt.
Okay,
I'll take it off. I've been in the gym.
You done already snatched a couple first on the show, so if that want to be another one, go ahead.
But it's all on you. The camera's yours.
So what I would say is to just start. The fitness journey can be scary. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely can be scary, but we have to show up and we just have to start some way, shape, or form, right? The confidence that we get from fitness, the discipline, the consistency, like there's so much power in that journey. I heard somebody say the other day, and I talked about this. Somebody said, I wish I had my dream body like tomorrow. I wish I could get my dream body by tomorrow. The thing is, you're going to be missing so much stuff that the fitness journey brings you. The principles, the disciplines, the consistency, all of those life lessons that can be applied to running a business, that can be applied to building relationships and everything else. So
it's deeper than fitness.
It's definitely deeper than fitness. Yes, we do it for the aesthetics. Yes, we do it for the health. Of course, we definitely should. But it's what you're gonna get from that you can apply to life outside of that. So just start, just show up. You've already won if you just show up and just start. Because either you're going to make time for your health or you're going to have to make time for illness later. It's going to be one of the two.
And that's the inspirational moment message right there. You delivered that thing, my girl. I appreciate you. So we don't have much time left. I will say this is a moment, if you would like to, say anything about what's trending in the world that's outside of your business. Nothing else about you, just something in the world. That's something that you want to speak your mind on real quick. Something you saw on the Twitter feed, like I gotta tell them about themselves real quick. Anything.
That we see a lot on social media. We just want to put our 2 cents on. What's yours?
Oh, that's so bad because I don't really.
Don't do that.
No, I don't. Like on social, I look at a few fitness pages. Yeah, so
that maybe can be the message. You hate seeing people being so much into other people's shit.
Exactly. Drink your water, mind your business.
And with that being said, I love that.
Drink your water.
With that being said, J.Cole, we love you. Thank you so much. With that being said, J.Cole, we love you, we support you. We're not going anywhere. Shout out to you. So, this has been an amazing episode. We appreciate you. So, anything else you want to give to people before I, roll out our cards?
We couldn't get open minutes. Can we get a favorite quote of yours? I know the last time I went to the gym and did a mural, I was asked to paint a really dope quote from Muhammad Ali. Is there any quote that you stand by or mantra that you preach to either yourself or to your clients?
Whatever. Yes, there is. Wait. Whatever doesn't get measured doesn't get managed. If it doesn't get measured, it doesn't get managed. That's with anything. Growing a business, what are your metrics? You can't manage it if you don't know what your numbers are. With your nutrition, how are you measuring it? You can't manage it if you don't know what your numbers are. So measure in order to manage it.
So y'all can get on the scale and be happy to look at them numbers.
Maybe not those numbers.
Listen here, man. Atelier, Baltimore. Shout out to my studio. Do It For The Love, episode 23. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Do It For The Love Pod. So I told you earlier, follow us on our website, doitforthelove.com. Special shout out to our sponsor highlight, Do It For The Love, episode 23, and the Tellier Baltimore studio.
Subscribe.
You know it. Special shout out to our Shining Spotlight, Mr. Brandon Chris, Autism Awareness Month. Shout out to everybody on the ESD spectrum. And last but not least, Miss Fitness herself, Tyneka Pack. Thank you for being here with us tonight. It's been a great episode.
It's been a great episode.
For the Love of Health, episode 23. Me and Mr.
Yeah.
Yo, this man had 3 different intros tonight. I love it.
Right.
That episode was great.